Eating eggs with your canine buddy around is not an easy task. That drooling mouth and big puppy eyes begging you to feed them some of those eggs. Ugh, how can you ignore that cute face? While dogs behave like this around all sorts of food items, they have this special love for eggs. In fact, if you don't feed them eggs on your own, they might steal some from your plate on any chance they get. Desperate situations call for desperate measures after all. But are you asking yourself the question, can dogs eat eggs? And are eggs actually good for their health? Well, in this video, we are going to answer that question for you. Can dogs eat eggs? Before we begin and answer all of your worries and frequently asked questions about your dogs and eggs, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and click on the bell icon for more amazing videos. What is the history behind a dog's obsessive behavior around eggs? Dogs weren't always domesticated animals. Years before humans decided to keep dogs as pets, they lived in the wild. Being wild animals, dogs love to hunt and scavenge for food. With no humans to feed them, they used to look around for food, and eggs were on their menu. Whenever they would come across a nest filled with eggs, they happily ate them up as a meal. So, you can say that your dog loves eggs because it's part of its instincts to want eggs. Just like I can't live without chocolate, dogs can't give up eggs. After all, their ancestors loved them. Now, this history leads us to our second question. Are eggs safe for your dog to consume? The history of dogs' eating habits prove that eggs are safe for your dog. You can feed eggs to your dogs without worrying about poisoning or allergies of any sort. But caution must be taken. We will get to that shortly. But first, are eggs as nutritious for your dog as they are for you? It is a known fact that eggs are incredibly healthy for humans. But are they as nutritious for your furry buddies? The answer is yes. Eggs can be as nutritious for your canine as they are for you. If you look up the ingredients in your dog's food, you might find eggs listed in there. So, let's discuss all those important nutrients your dog can get from eggs. Eggs are a great source of protein. Your dog needs a lot of protein to grow and lead a healthy life. Protein is an important part of any canine's diet. There are a lot of products that can help your dog fulfill its daily protein requirements. But here we have a question for you. Which is better? A good source of protein that's really expensive, or a good source of protein that's super cheap but yet high quality? If your answer is a good source of protein that is cheap but yet high quality, then eggs are your best friend. Eggs contain lots and lots of amino acids. These amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. So, when your dog eats eggs, its body makes protein that keeps him healthy and happy. But that's not the only benefits dogs get from eggs. Eggs provide nutrients such as minerals and vitamins for your dog. Like all living beings, your dog also needs different vitamins and minerals to live a healthy life. Eggs are no less than a superfood for your furry buddy. They contain a lot of vitamins and minerals that are vital for your dogs to have an active and healthy appearance. Eggs contain vitamin A, vitamin B12, and iron. All three of these nutrients are extremely beneficial. They help in improving the health of your dog's coat and even makes his skin beautiful. Eggs are also a good source of folate, riboflavin, selenium, and fatty acids. All these are extremely beneficial for your dog. So, of course your dog loves eggs. After all, it's not only humans who desire beautiful skin, dogs want that too. Now that we have discussed some of the benefits of eggs, let's move on to the myths surrounding eggs and the bad impact they can have on your dog's health. Keep watching, because we will help you figure out if those really are just myths or have some truths hidden in them. Eggs can cause biotin deficiency in dogs. Biotin is a very important B vitamin. It is important for your dog's cellular growth, fatty acid metabolism, and healthy skin and coat. So, can adding eggs to your dog's diet really make them have a biotin deficiency? Let's see. It's true that egg whites contain an enzyme that is a biotin inhibitor. But at the same time, the yolk of an egg contains a high amount of biotin. It is rare to see biotin deficiency in dogs unless they are eating a big amount of egg whites. So, as long as you feed your dogs whole eggs, there's nothing to worry about. Eggs interfere with the dog's digestive system. Here's another myth that makes dog owners think twice about adding eggs to their dog's diet. But how much of it is true? Let's say some of it is. Egg whites have enzyme inhibitors that can interfere with digestion. These enzyme inhibitors especially affect the digestion of older dogs and young pups. But that doesn't mean you have to let those poor dogs stare at you while you eat those deliciously scrambled eggs. If you are giving your dog a well-balanced diet, a few eggs a week won't harm it in any way. You can initially give your dog 1 egg a week to make sure that it isn't harming its digestive health in any way. If it's all good, you can increase K9's egg intake. Hence, problem solved. Let's move on to our next myth. Eggs can increase the risk of dogs getting salmonella. Believe it or not, but these furry buddies are tougher than they appear. Your canine can easily tackle any bacteria in its food. But being a loving owner, you obviously need to take care of your baby. You can do that by making sure that you feed your dog good quality eggs. Those eggs should be organic if possible, and they should be stored in a cool place to keep any extra bacteria from growing. And now we are down to one last myth. Cholesterol in eggs is bad for your dog's health. Not sure who came up with this, but here's the thing. Cholesterol doesn't affect dogs the same way it affects humans. The yolk of an egg contains lots of good cholesterol. But unlike humans, dogs do not develop any cholesterol-related illnesses. So don't be mean and feed your dog the whole egg and not just egg whites. You might be on a diet, but that poor dog isn't. So, are you convinced now that eggs really are beneficial for your dog and don't cause any harm? If the answer is yes, let's discuss the most important things. What is the proper way to feed eggs to dogs? 1 egg contains about 70 calories. So you need to keep the size of your dog in mind before feeding it eggs. It is better to feed eggs as a dog treat rather than a meal. Always keep the 10% treat rule in your mind. That is, a treat should make up only 10% of your dog's diet. So let's say your dog needs 1,000 calories a day. You can treat it with eggs worth 100 calories. Feed your dog the whole egg. By whole egg, we don't mean egg whites and yolk. The whole egg means that you should feed your dog the shell too. The eggshell is extremely nutritious and can be valuable for your dog if it has difficulties eating bones. You can grind up the shell of an egg into a fine powder and sprinkle it on top of their meals for extra nutrition. No raw eggs. Raw eggs have the most amount of nutrients in them, but they also have a lot of bacteria in them. So, it is better to avoid raw eggs as they may affect the health of your pooch. Boil it or scramble it. An egg cooked in any way is just as healthy for your pooch. If your dog loves scrambled eggs, that should be it. But make sure that you prepare those scrambled eggs plain. They should be free of any seasoning, butter, or other ingredients, because that will not only take away all the benefits, but also make it dangerous for your canine. Experts think that it is best to feed your dog hard-boiled eggs, as they do not have any oil or seasoning on them. I hope this video answered the question of whether dogs can eat eggs or not. Don't forget to smash that like button and let me know if you already give your dogs eggs as a treat or are thinking about doing so in the comments below. Have a great one, and I will see you in the next video.